beautiful friends. Welcome to day 2 of my 7-day challenge. Um, so, today I wanted to talk about ways to connect with nature when you are indoors. So, um, the inspiration for this has been around for ages. I know I have made a video in the past about connecting to the elemental beings within your home. So I guess with the current situation as it is right now with lockdown, for many people are stuck indoors, and yeah, that access to outdoors and nature is not as easy, and maybe not even possible for some people. So I was thinking about all the different ways that I connect to nature or to the elemental beings in my own home. So I'm just going to list a few, and then I feel like there's a message that wants to come through, and I feel really excited. So, and I was starting to feel into this a minute ago, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to go and do a video and see what comes through live in the moment, kind of thing, instead of feeding into it too much beforehand. So, I was just having a shower, and that for me is a place where I really like to connect in to the elements. So yeah, I always feel so grateful when I'm in a warm, hot shower. So connecting in with the energy of water, of course, to begin with. Um, and I feel like with the presence of water, it's like the goddess. And I feel that deep connection to the feminine flow and to the element of water itself. So I always love to give thanks when I'm in the water and when it's coming down on me. And I'm often, it's funny, I find myself looking at the shower head almost like it's some kind of like being in itself, which always amuses me as well. So finding your gratitude whilst in water, and I think right now it's really important you that we drink a lot of water, that we bathe in water, that we immerse ourselves in water. I remember hearing one time that if you spend about 20 minutes in the bath, it can reset and clear the chakras. I don't know how true that is, but I know that I always feel really good when I'm in water and if I have a soak in the bath. So also connecting it in with the element of water, and then also I like to think about the salamanders, the fire spirits, and where they are heating the water. So we've got all of these elemental beings working within our homes. They're working within our bodies, and they're working within our homes as well. Um, so I often like to give thanks to to those beings as well, and to that element. And if you take cold showers, yeah, I feel like almost like it's the same beings, like playing with temperature. Um, and then I was thinking about I'm standing in the shower, I'm standing on the earth, and I was just feeling that the earth holding me and supporting me. So giving thanks as well for that holding, for the element of earth, for all the material structures that enable that shower or the bath, whatever you're in, that the physical reality, the earth. And then there's the element of air as well, and just being with my breath, with the fact that I'm alive in this moment, my breath being the inspiration, the inward motion of spirit. So yeah, just that I'm alive in this moment and experiencing the shower, experiencing my body, just being alive. So like I was just like, wow, it's all here in each and every moment. All of the elements, all of the elementals are here around us, working to create life. And so for me, where I began with my journey with the elemental beings, I think I might have mentioned this before, wasn't so much to do, it was fairy energy, but maybe not so much the fae or the gnomes or the dragons. It was more this like consciousness that lies behind every material aspect that we see. And I experienced that realm talking to me, like the quantum realm, the quantum particles. And I love working with energy for that reason, the aliveness and yeah, the consciousness that lies behind it, the wisdom that's there. So I was also thinking about food as well, and how we can connect in with food. So blessing our food, giving thanks, really being with our food as we prepare it. That's another really beautiful gateway into connecting with nature. And then I was thinking about my house plants, and yeah, I've got these guys behind me. I love having plants around me, and I think yeah, they bring such an aliveness into the space. And then I was brushing my hair, and I had a couple of flower essences next to me, and I was thinking, oh yeah, there's all the flower remedies. And then my mind went to this place of like, but what if you don't have that? Like, what if you're in lockdown right now and you don't have access to that in this moment? I mean, you can order them online. Things are still arriving at our homes, but yeah. And as I was tuning into the flowers, suddenly this is where I got excited earlier. It was like they were beginning to talk to me, and they were showing me, wow, I feel like, yeah, there's something really deep in this for me right now with the flowers. Um, they were showing me how you can tune into them just by looking at images of the flowers and having an intention to receive their vibrational medicine. So the flower remedies that I've got at the moment are actually vibrational flower essences. So they don't have any of the physical matter in the essence. They're done through prayer. They're created through prayer, through sitting with the flower. I think sometimes the flower is bent into the water that's used, but the physical matter isn't used. And when making those essences as well, you're connecting in with the diva itself, with the vibrational energy of the spirit behind the matter. So that's what was coming forward, was this feeling of like, wow, we can just connect in with the flowers anywhere. So they were saying to me, like, we're multidimensional. We're not just we're not just out there. Okay, my eyes has I was just fallen on some forget me nots, and it's like we're not just out there in pots. Our consciousness is sorry for the light keeps coming in and out. Yeah, they have the ability to connect with us on a multidimensional level, like our guides do, like the angelic realm, like the elemental realms. You can connect in with the elemental realms when you're not with them. I mean, this part of this journey for me started with a gnome coming into my house where I lived in town. So, like, it's all possible. Like, when we go onto the vibrational um, levels, everything is available. So then my mind just went to when I used to do online sessions with people, and I would be working energetically with them. And I was always amazed to see how it was possible even to work like with somebody's body, or I would be doing something. I remember having a session with somebody where um, we didn't have the video camera on, and I was weaving this figure of eight, and and she was doing the same thing. We couldn't see each other, and it just excites me. So I'd really like to tune in with the flowers right now and just see if there is a clearer message that wants to come through in this moment about what is available. Wow, I so one of the things that happens to me, I probably said this before, but one of the ways that I know that I'm tapping into truth is I have an emotional response. It's almost like I want to cry. That's the best way I can describe it. And I know that that's my way of knowing that something is true. So I can just feel that, and it's also not just that it's true, but that I'm tapping into something that is beneficial for me to tap into as well, if that makes sense. Like right now I'm realizing that I'm getting the message to connect more with the flowers. Okay, so when it comes to connecting with the flowers from our own home, okay, so they're saying to, so as an experiment, you could go online or look at a book with pictures in. I'm feeling photographs are the most beneficial, and find something that lights you up to begin with. And they're saying as you look at that image of the flower, you can invite yourself to connect with the diva of the flower, with the elemental energy of the flower, with the consciousness of the flower, with the wisdom of the flower, the medicine of the flower. And they're saying this isn't just an intellectual experience, but it is a felt sense. So to feel within your body what it looks like when you see the flower. So how it feels to see the flower open. How does that feel in your being? Where do you feel it? What energy comes through for you? It's almost like feeling with your body. That's the best way that I can describe it at this time. And that's definitely been a really big part of my journey connecting with nature, is that I feel it with my body. Like I was sharing with the tree that I'd been sitting with the other day, and it was saying, to go beyond the words, to go beyond the words. And so much we want to intellectually understand healing or messages, but sometimes it just really is pockets of energy. I mean, we can translate it, and I definitely prefer translating it. I like to know. So I'm not saying this from the point of view of like, this is what I do. I'm just sharing that this is a message that's coming through right now. This sense of going beyond the mind. And they're saying, especially at this time, when the mind can be really busy because there's so much fear going on, there's so many unknowns right now. And so the mind really wants to understand what's going on. Just getting this sense of them asking us to like really come in and tune in with ourselves. And I think right now I'm gonna do a meditation tomorrow that's gonna be focused on really coming into the self and aligning with the self and aligning with the earth and such things. I can feel it brewing in me, and I thought I was going to do it today, but then this message from the flowers was coming through. So let me just see if they've got anything else that they want to share. I'm getting images of drawing as well, being created right now, drawing flower patterns, saying play and experiment with any different way that you can think of that comes to you for connecting with the flowers. They're so joyful. Like when I'm tuning in right now, what I feel is this like, oh, they just want to come in and help. It's so beautiful. They want to support us. It's really interesting, isn't it? I mean, flowers are something that we give at times of celebration, at times of, I was going to say mourning, which is also a time of celebrating somebody's life. Um, we give flowers as an expression of love. I mean, flowers are just so interwoven with our daily lives, with our lives. And they want to be here and supporting us and loving us, and I just tickling us, like, and just like they want to help us to be happy and joyful and celebrate. And they want to support us to dance and to open and to express. And they want to help us to heal. They want to support us to go through whatever it is we're going through right now. It's interesting when I tune into like this sort of like beautiful, joyful energy. And part of my journey last year of not sharing very much was um, I didn't want. I have such a strong desire to be as authentic as possible, and I don't want to paint myself as only ever being happy or only ever or having it all together, And I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Then like I post a lot of pictures of nature, and I'm always joyful, pretty much always joyful when I go into nature. But that's my medicine. That's what supports me. Um, but I'm going through all of the stuff as well. And last night I went through quite a dark. I was looking at some really dark material last night. Like there's a part of me that gets drawn into that sometimes, and so I've spent like the morning today really like clearing and working with that darkness through my being, bringing it into my heart, like bringing all the darkness into my heart and bringing back the love, and just clearing and looking at it and bringing myself back to center, because I was just like, whoa, I cannot bring through a video when I'm in that kind of place. And having the shower, clearing my energy, doing some card readings, taking my flower essences, all of those things, some journaling, all of those things today is what's really supported me to come back into this place so that I could come and share this message from the flowers with you. I'm so excited. So this is opening up all sorts of thoughts for me right now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your ongoing loving support. Thank you for being interested in this subject of connecting deeper with the earth, for having the courage to look at life in a different way. So I hope that this supports you in some way, and that the flowers find their way into your lives. Oh, it's just getting like images of, like, when you're walking down a road and there's just a flower growing out of a crack in the pavement. Invite the flowers in. That's what I'm hearing. Invite them in and then watch them show up for you. And often, I'm just going to finish with this, often there are flowers growing in our immediate environment that are the ones that are most beneficial for us in this moment. So much love to you. Thank you for listening, and I love you all loads.